Alright, let's go on with this. So I'm just going to be doing a weekly recap just because I didn't upload many daily recaps this week. Actually, I didn't even know if I uploaded one. So I'm just going to be going over the week, pretty much what I saw, like my thoughts going into each day, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just recap of the week. Alright, so we'll start off on Tuesday 17th because Monday was a bank holiday. If we go on to the 4 hour here, I'm trying to remember what my bias was. I'm pretty sure I was definitely leaning bearish. So overall this 4 hour is very bearish, really bearish structure. If we look at the hourly, also pretty bearish, and this I believe was one of my draws. And then I had this hourly gap marked out here as well. Just see how he'd react to it, and then I want to target this high because I didn't want to predict the break in the structure. But if we flush past this high, like just destroyed that gap, and started pushing towards here, I would have looked for a long to this high up here on the hourly. So we'll go into the day and play through what happened. So we come into this hourly gap, push past the London high, and it looks like at this point we're going to disrespect the hourly gap and run to this high here. Instead, we start to slow down a little and sell off aggressively. So at this point, if we look at the hourly, we've wicked this high here, so taken buy side liquidity. We've also respected this hourly gap, and now we're starting to displace lower. So at this point, I should be looking for shorts because the overall narrative on the higher time frame is bearish. Hourly is looking like it's starting to flip bearish. Anyways, so we continue to get some more displacement down, and that could have been like a first entry. And this is the entry that I missed. I wanted to get like a mid candle here. Play my stop there. TP right there. And reason being is because we'd started to flip bearish on the hourly. So we'd respected this bearish gap, respected overall structure, swept this high. 4 hour structure is super bearish. Displacing lower on the lower time frames, respecting bearish structure, and we have a nice low to aim for back over there. And unfortunately, because I'm a bit slow, well, this candle did pretty fast, so because I'm fucking retarded, I decided not to enter at the close for whatever fucking reason. And yeah, after this, there was literally no other entries. I mean, this is a potential entry, but I would have gotten break even on that. Actually, I don't remember us fucking tapping that gap in that. Okay, it's weird. But yeah, there was literally nothing else. Am I fucking retarded? Oh wait, maybe we came. Ah, that's right. Yeah, then we came all the way back up there just to take it. Yeah, but at this point, I was already just not looking for trades. Bro, are we gonna take the fucking draw? Holy shit. No, okay, I'm retarded. What the fuck, cunt? Ah, that's right, it was this one. Yeah, that makes sense. That was the low. That was the first hourly low to aim for. So yeah, missed that because I didn't want to enter on the candle close, and I missed mid candle around there, which sucks. But overall, yeah, as you can see, we came up, took out that London high, started to respect the hourly gap, flipping bearish high time frame. So now the lower time frame is starting to align with the higher time frame, starting to put in bearish structure. And then we confirm this bearish structure, get a strong displacing candle lower towards our draw on liquidity, and take the draw. So yeah, pretty straightforward day. Probably the best day of the week, most straightforward day of the week, because the higher time frame was so clear. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to capitalize. I try and remember Wednesday. Oh, bro, what the fuck did I do on Wednesday? Holy shit. to check my journal here because I can't actually remember my buys, and this looks like shit. What date is this? 18th. 18th. Okay, cool. No, I do remember now. Okay. So it was that high right there. So going into open, I didn't have much of a bias. I didn't really want to short this, and we had this bullish alley gap right here. I'm just gonna mark it out because that does become important soon. Okay. So off open, don't really have much of a bias waiting on displacement. So we come down, immediately hit that 4-hour gap, but we're chopping in it. We're failing to displace through it. Then we start getting some displacement out of it. And then at this point, it looks like we're about to inverse on the 15. So it looks like 15-minute is flipping bullish. 5-minute looks like it's going to flip bullish. And the 4-hour looks like we're going to continue to put in bullish structure respecting this 4-hour gap. So at this point, I had a lot of conviction that we were going to deliver. Yeah, unfortunately we do that, and the 15-minute wicks down at the last minute. But after we had kind of had this retrace flip sequence, I longed, I think it was like at that point there. So I took a long, this was also data high, which gave me more conviction, but I took a long targeting that, and I just had my stop down here. And main reasoning for this trade was that if we look at the high time frame, we have respected this 4-hour gap. There's no reason for us to go lower after wicking like this. Hourly overall, it just looks like we really should be delivering higher, and we have data high here, which I thought was a really good break-even point. So I'm just gonna limit order this shit. And to be like $1,000. And then I was in a lot of fucking drawdown, like a lot. And we started to come back up. And honestly, this here would have been the better entry. Taking a long here, playing the stop here. Because at this point, we've come back down to the 4-hour again. Clearly rejected out of it. Strong V-flip, really good displacement up towards here. So that should have been my entry, but it's what it is. And then, yeah, so that was my break-even point once we had passed the data high. And, yeah, I kept adding into my position as we were going up, and hit for, I think I made like I actually think I did make 1.2 on it, but I was like adding in, and if I'd let it run to full TP, it would have been like fucking 1.6, but is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, that was the reason behind my trade. I just felt like there was no reason for us to come back down lower. We clearly failed to push through this gap and got some displacement higher. However, I think the mistakes I made was that I didn't wait for enough confirmation and clean candle delivery. Like, we are kind of wicky here, whereas here we're getting some nice, really strong closes. Like, this is a really strong close, nice V shape. So yeah, the ideal entry would have been like a 15-minute inversion. I would have just taken like that. Played a stop probably at the bottom of the 4-hour. Targeting that would have been the ideal trade, but unfortunately it is what it is. And well, trade still won, trade idea was still correct. I just should have waited for a little bit better confirmation. But yeah, that's the day, and then after that there was literally nothing else. So to go over it one more time. Overall high time frame, wasn't quite sure. We then come down, respect this bullish 4-hour. We got a 4-hour high to aim for. Start flipping higher, so I took a long here after this kind of rejection and flip, like this nice rejection wick and flip. So alright, we should start delivering now to the data high and the 4-hour high. Come down, do some fuckery, then get a strong V-shaped recovery, which is ultimately the best entry of the day. And then after that, we flew up to take profit. Well, the price target 4-hour high. On to Thursday now. What the fuck? I'm pretty... Yeah. I don't know. Oh, no, that's right. This is the day I was super bearish. That's right. Yeah, so super bearish. And I was ready for price to do one of two things. We're either going to come up, retrace into this 1 hour gap, and then flip down towards these lows here. Or we were just going to flush straight down. And we did have data low as well, right there. But, okay, I'll get into it soon. So, we flip up, pretty much sweep, buy side liquidity, and start to get some displacement down. The reason I didn't take mid candle here, targeting the data low, is just because pre-market we were in this 5-minute range, and I felt like we hadn't quite broken out of the range yet, which is why I didn't really want to take anything to the data low. So yeah, that sucks. But what I could have done is maybe take it when it was like here, gone break even at data, and then just tried to hold it down to the next draw, like even close it just there. But unfortunately I hesitated and didn't enter. So yeah, and then after that, what do we do? Oh, that's right. Then there was this trade that a lot of people lost on. And the reason why I didn't take it is because we had already rejected really hard off of this here. And I'm trying to remember the other reasons. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's like the RR is really cooked. Yeah, you can't even get a positive RR if you play stop at the bodies. So yeah, that was we'd already rejected lower a few times, and it wasn't like a clean retrace and flip. It was like came down, retrace, tried to go down, failed, retraced even more, came down, tried to go down again, failed. Then we finally had a strong close, but it was after like 5 minutes. So just low probability. And then this I was never going to take because why the fuck, if we haven't taken it 1, 2, why would we take it the third time? That just doesn't make any sense. And then we started flipping higher, ended up tapping that hourly gap. And I think we continue to push higher, yeah. But after that, I was just fucking done. I was off the charts after we started doing this. Because I wanted to see lower and price didn't give us that. So that was Thursday. And then Friday, we had data high to aim for, but overall the high time frame is super bearish. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So a super bearish high time frame. But now looking back at it, we didn't really have any draws, so targeting the data high did probably make the most sense. Anyways, we then get this really strong displacement up towards data high, invalidating all the bearish price action. And unfortunately, I was a fucking idiot on Friday night, so I wasn't really there, like all there mentally. And I missed this really nice long up towards the data high, and we had literally displaced through these opposing 5-minute gaps, strong displacement higher towards a good draw on liquidity. And we also had this no wick candle, which is also a good draw. But yeah, unfortunately I missed this, and this ended up just flying straight to the data high. But I learnt that with data high, I can fade the high time frame structure because it is data high. But realistically, after this displacement, we invalidate all these 5-minute gaps, and we wick down, reject, get strong displacement like this, invalidating all the opposing 5-minute gaps. I really should have complete conviction because high time frame, there was we have nothing else to take. There is nowhere else to go on the high time frame at this point. Like, we have swept everything out of the high time frame and started displacing higher, invalidated all this with a strong draw on liquidity higher. So yeah, Anyways, what I've learned from this week is to basically just prioritize a high time frame, prioritize displacing price action, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And just don't be a fucking idiot and pay attention to what price is doing, and I'll have a high trade frequency. And I should have taken realistically three trades this week, 3 trades. I should have taken the one on Tuesday, and this one on Friday because they're both very fucking good trades. But unfortunately, I didn't. And what's similar about these 2 trades is both of them, like on the high time frame, they do make sense. The one on Tuesday more so, but this one also makes sense because we swept out everything lower high time frame. We have nowhere to go, and we got a clear draw on liquidity. So pretty much it's just clear draw on liquidity, and displacing price action is what I need to focus on this week, and I'll succeed. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, got something out of it, and yeah, best of luck this week.